Hi guys, welcome to Book of Shayla. Today we are doing a layout for the My Little Scrapbook Store challenges for National Scrapbook Day. So the design team, and I'm their guest designer. I don't really have a term limit. I was a guest designer a few months ago, and they just asked me if I would keep guest designing periodically, and I said sure, because I love Michelle at My Little Scrapbook Store. I love all the guest designers, and I just have so much fun when I do things with them that I was like, of course I will keep doing this. So what we are going to do today is, number one, I am using a kit that is still available. It was actually one of the Happy Scrappy boxes, and the Happy Scrappy box is still available. But if you just want the Simple Stories Noteworthy, it is also still available. So either one, go check out the store. I will link it down below. So that's step one, is I wanted to use something that is still available at the store. So if you like it, you can hop on over there and get it. The second thing is the design team members are all giving the people challenges for this weekend. And so my challenge, because one of the things I'm known for is I like to combine old with new. And so that's my challenge. Now let me explain something to you. When I think old with new, I think old with new, but that's because I've been scrapbooking for a long time. And guys, I have things in my stash that are 20 years old. And then I consider anything new something that I've gotten within the last 5 years, because to me, that's old and new. However, I want you to interpret this any way you want. If to you something old is 2-3 years old, that can be your old. Something new is something you just brought in. Do that. It excuse me, it does not matter, but that is my challenge to you, is to combine something old with something new. Now, the other thing I'm known for is to use flair, and I'm going to use some flair in this layout because that's what I do. Now, let me show you a couple of the things. I told you I'm using this. I have brought in a couple of other things, and I will show you this. But the first thing I'm going to do is I will tell you that every month at My Little Scrapbook Store, they release a challenge for each week for 52 weeks, so that you will have a challenge to help you at least get one scrapbook page done a week. If you don't do anything else, you will at least have done 52 scrapbook pages at the end of the year. One of those challenge is always a sketch, and normally I would use that sketch right now, but I have that sketch packed up and ready to go for a crop that I am doing on National Scrapbook Day. So I have pulled another sketch, because that's something else that you guys might know me for, is I use sketches and scrap lifts all the time. It just helps me get, if you're new here, let me just give you a little background. I'm OCD a little bit, not like extreme OCD, like diagnosed, need to take medicine OCD, but I do have a little bit of OCD, and I'm also ADD. So to get my brain to work well together, I have to have a starting point, or I will spend hours and hours just looking through stuff because I have so much of it and I can't focus. So I almost always start with either a sketch or a scrap lift or some kind of challenge, because that helps my brain zoop in so that I can concentrate and actually get a layout done. So I am actually pulling a sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch. It's a Facebook group. They release a new sketch every week, and so I am using this sketch. My pictures are these pictures of my daughter and her best friend, and I just think they're so cute. It's just them talking and being very silly, because that's how they are. Because this Noteworthy collection is just about those everyday memories, and even though they are technically at a wedding reception, still it's about the everyday memories. So those are going to be my pictures. I've also pulled this acrylic title from Color Cast Designs, and it says Forever Friends. And then my old is going to be some of these brads. This is from My Mind's Eye, Stella and Rose. The blues will match. The green will match. I even think I could probably get away with like this orangey, the wood grain. So I'm going to try to use some of these. And guys, this is my old. It's from 2011. Yep. We won't talk about it. We're just going to put it over here to the side and not talk about it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need to cut my pictures down. But let me show you what is in the Happy Scrappy box in case, like I said, you want to go get it because it is still available, so you can. One thing that's available is this 2024 acrylic piece. Now these pictures were taken in 2022, so I will not be using that. We also have some waxy twine in pink, yellow, and this peacock blue. We have the foam stickers. And I don't really know. There's just so many good things. Fun times, memories, documented, good things, 24/7, noteworthy. Pretty much any of these I can use. Here's some scraps because I have used this box. We have stamps. We have Flair, and I actually had bought the Flair too, and so I have 2 packages and they're just the months of the year. Now I have bought some other Flair that matches this noteworthy kit, and so that is what I am going to be using, is this Flair instead. We have some enamel dots. We have some cut-aparts that Michelle designed for this. Oh, I guess they go this way. We have the page pieces. I've used most of them. We have the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and then all of the papers of the collection. So this collection has a page for every month, and then it has a design on the back. So you get all 12 of those pieces of paper. I'm just flipping through it really quickly so you can see it. And then, so that's what that was. And then you also get a bunch of these textured cardstocks that match from Simple Stories. So this is the olive, tomato, and you get 2. Flamingo, there's the other olive, peacock, robin's egg, dandelion, and cream. So I am going to go off camera, get some things situated. I'm going to cut down my photos. I'm going to cut my circles that I need for this, and then I'll be back and we'll see what all I can do. So I'll be right back. All right, so this is what I've come up with so far. I matted these 2 photos in pink and then my big photo in green. I cut some circles out of the papers that I had. I cut out some of the embellishments, that the printables that Michelle gave us. So I haven't glued anything down yet, so let me do that. And I'm not going to take everything up at once because then I won't remember where I put it. Okay. That's going to go there. Oh, I inked all my circles, but I haven't inked my pictures, so I need to do that. And this is just one of my close to my heart inks. Cashmere, maybe? Yeah. Now, they have quite a bit of their picture covered up, but I don't really have that much on the bottom. So it's not going to get covered up very much. These 2 girls are so fun to be around. In fact, Jenna went on Emma's senior trip with us. It was actually supposed to be a senior trip for my daughter and my son, and then my daughter graduated from high school and my son graduated from college, and then my son got a job and couldn't go. So, boo! I'm just kidding. So Jenna went with us instead. And oh my gosh, we had so much fun. So much fun. Jenna comes over and we have game night. I guess I'll just cover up Emma's hand because it's kind of cut off anyway. So we'll cover her hand up there. And I have no idea what the two of them are talking about, but man, they were a-talking. And this picture is supposed to be smaller. And I could have cut more out of the off the top, but I wanted it to be a square. So we're just going to go with it. But I hope you will play along with all the challenges this weekend. There's some good ones. And I hope you're having an amazing International Scrapbook Day. I hope you're scrapbooking because that's what you're supposed to be doing today. In case you didn't know, you're supposed to be scrapbooking. No ifs, ands, or buts. The dishes will wait. Your dirty house will still be dirty. It'll be fine. Your husband, children, cat, dog. Well, okay, maybe not the cat and the dog. Your husband and children can fend for themselves. It's easy for me to say because it's just me and my husband now because I'm a empty nester and yeah. But yes, you better be scrapbooking, at least for a little bit. Maybe not all weekend, but my challenge, actually I've already given you my challenge to mix old and the new, but also set an hour. I mean, if you can set aside the whole weekend to scrapbook, even better, but set an hour aside, a couple hours a day, whatever, and just do the hobby that we love. All right, so there is my basis. Now, I have to add flair because that's me. I'm the flair girl, so there's some flair. I'm also going to use my July because that was the date. What else? I don't know if I will use I may do 24/7 because they're friends. 24/7. $365. And I think my husband just walked in and I have to go, after I just lectured you, I have to go make sure he gets some supper. So I'll be right back. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. Sorry, my husband came in from turkey hunting and I had to talk to him and all that kind of stuff. So I have taken the flowers that I cut out. I inked them. The biggest one, I put one of the brads in. I've laid out my flare and where I want my other brads to go. So there's that. I still have like 3 brads that I need to figure out where they're going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff down. Yeah, I thought it was funny after I was like, oh, you don't need to cook for your husband or anything. Just have a day for yourself. Then I'm like, oh wait, I gotta go talk to my husband. He just came home and I wanted to make sure he found his supper and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah. I was talking and then look at me, just go help my hubby. He is on his own for the weekend though. Poor baby. He will have to fend for himself because I will leave early Friday morning and won't be home until Sunday. Sadly, I will not be scrapbooking that whole time. Oh, kind of sadly. It's kind of not Sunday. The crop is all weekend. But Sunday, I have tickets to go see the show Anne Juliet. I have season tickets to see all of the Broadway shows that come through. And so, yeah. So I'm going to give up scrapbooking on Sunday to go see that instead, which will be fine. But I'm taking a personal day. You know, I've taught for 27 years. I hardly ever took personal days back in the day. Like, very rarely did I take personal days. And then the last couple of years, I'm like, because sick day you get to carry over, personal days you don't. So you either use them or lose them. And so the last couple of years, I'm like, that's really dumb that I don't ever take a personal day. So guess what? I started taking personal days. Okay, so I still have these 3 here. Oh, I need to put that one up there. So let me go ahead and punch my hole. I just kind of want it up there. Yes, we get at my school, which I guess it's a state thing. I would think so. Like, it's mandated by the state, but I don't know for sure. But at my school, we get 5 sick days a semester, so 10 for the whole year. And then you get 3 personal days through the whole year. I'm going to put that one down here. If whatever sick days you don't use, they move forward. They go on to the next year. You carry them over. But personal days, it's either use or lose. And I have lost so many personal days in the past years because, like I said, I never used them. I'm always that person that's always at school, you know? Forget that. I'm just kidding. Oh, why? Like, really? Oh, why? I think I'm going to put this one up here. Or maybe, or do I want it? Kind of want this one here, maybe. And I will say one reason that I didn't use my personal days, because at our school, if you go somewhere to watch your kids in a school event, it doesn't count against you. You don't have to use a personal day. You don't have to use a sick day. And so I kind of always felt like, you know, I've had all these days to go watch my children do their things. And so I try not to take advantage of those kind of situations. So I did not, so that's one reason I very rarely took a personal day, is because I'm like, I feel like I've had plenty of personal days because my kids were involved in everything. So I went to a lot of their events. But now that my kids aren't here, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take them. And I would take one every now and then, but I wasn't like, ooh, I have 3. I've got to use them up. Okay, I think that is going to be it. Now, one thing I do want to do is I'm going to ink around the edges just to, because I have a thing about when you use plain white or off-white, in this case cardstock, it just, I don't know. I need something to stop my eye for some reason. I don't know. I'm probably weird. Anyway, so I'm going to ink around the edges. And I think I will add a little splatter. But what do I want to add? What splatter do I want to add? Let's look at, do I want pink? Do I want brown? What do I want, guys? Anybody? I know you can't talk to me. it's not like a live, and you can give me your opinions. I think I'm gonna go with silver, actually. I have this Brutus Monroe chrome mist in steel, and I think I'm gonna do that just because I feel like the brads are silver, and I think gold, I don't know. I just don't think I would like gold. I don't have a reason. I just don't think I would like it. So I think I'm gonna add a little silver for something different. Like that. Okay, now I have the date ready to go. I need to stamp my date on here. I think I'll put it right under here. And that is going to be it. So don't forget, go check out all the other all the other design team. I'm the guest designer. Go check out the other design team. See what they do with their challenge. Go participate, do all the challenges. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what everybody comes up with. And I hope you have a wonderful International Scrapbook Weekend. I hope you get a whole lot done. I hope you take some time to do your craft, do your hobby at least a little bit over the weekend. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.